What's up, y'all? It's your guy, eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your UFC 295 full card predictions, baby. And we are in the building at MSG. Really nice card. We had a bit of a switch up. We were supposed to get Johnny Bones Jones, crackhead boy, versus Stipe Muchacho, the firefighter, was gonna bring it, but yeah, we lost that. And instead, we got, I think, I guess I wouldn't say a more higher level heavyweight fight, but a really good heavyweight fight, and Sergei Pavlovich and Tom Aspinall. So those guys will be fighting for the interim title. But yeah, the card is still basically the same. I think we got some really underrated fights on this card. Good guys that come to scrap. They're really fun to watch and put on good performances. So I expect this to be a really good show. So can't wait for it. But yeah, before I talk about the card, go follow me on my Instagram. Go follow me on my Twitter. Like and comment and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. And yeah, man, let's get into this card. We start off with Steve Erceg versus Alejandro Costa. Really good flyweight fight. Steve Erceg, he looked phenomenal in his debut against David Dvorak. I mean, wow, those last two rounds, he put on a clinic, man. He really did, man. He looked really good in there, and I was really impressed. Acosta is really good. I think good grappler and decent striker, but we saw his level when he fought Amir Albazi, and I thought that was such a big jump for him. I mean, Amir is top 5. Even if he felt like Kai won that fight, he's still, I feel like, top 5 level flyweight. So yeah, I think Erceg probably wins this fight. I think it should be interesting. Erceg probably does give up, you know, the Astro Boy. I like that that nickname, but I think he gives up the first round. But I think he takes over late, and probably it's just the pace and the striking, and yeah, man, he does a lot of good little crafty things. He's really really good fighter, man. Really well rounded. So and I think he can keep this on the feet, and even if he gets to the ground, I think he'll be good. So yeah, I got Erceg by decision here, but should be a really good fight. Next fight, Kang versus John Castañeda. Mr. Perfect, man, my guy, Mr. Perfect. I like Mr. Perfect, man. Castañeda, I like Castañeda too. I think this is a good fight. I really do. Kang, he's coming off a win over Christian Quinones, and then down in Bacterel. His last loss was to Ronnie Yaya, which is unforgivable. And that's why I think it's going to be a changing of the guard here. I think Sexy Mexi John Castañeda beats him. I know some people are kind of leaning towards Kang here, and I've been a big guy on Kang. I think Kang is really well rounded. He's a really good fighter, but the Ronnie Yaya fight is unforgivable. And Castañeda has decent wrestling, and I think this will be a good showcase fight for him. I think he hasn't had one of those fights where he can really showcase how good he is. I felt like his last fight against Groff was not a great performance, and then a loss to Daniel Santos wasn't the best. But if you actually watch those fights, he's doing so good in the first round. It's just he needs to build up. His Miles Johns performance, I mean, was phenomenal. What he did to Eddie Wineland was phenomenal. So I think this kid has a lot of potential. I think he's really good, and I think Kang is the perfect opponent for him to showcase. Kang is 36. I mean, for bantamweight, that's just not good. And I think this is John Castañeda's time. I think it's time to shine. And I got Castañeda by third round TKO. I think he puts on a clinic, man. I really do. So can't wait to watch it. Next fight, Tabatha Ricci versus Lupita Godinez. A decent female fight here. Both girls are decent. Obviously, Tabatha Ricci's on a longer win streak. I would say Godinez has fought the better competition. I think Godinez is so good, but she just fights so stupid. Tabatha Ricci is good, but I think she fights a lot smarter. She's smart. She fights her ability, but she does not have the talent that I'm like, oh wow, I know her jiu-jitsu is really good, but I just don't think she's like, I don't think she's that girl. I mean, her last 4 wins was against Maria Oliveira, Polyana Biana, which is actually a good win, Jessica Pena, and Jillian Robertson. So 4 good wins, but Lupita Godinez, at least Rita is nothing special, but she's destroying these girls. Emily Ducal, Cynthia Calvillo, and Irene Cornelose, I think that's how you say her name. The fucking girl on steroids. But she, like, if you watch Lupita fight and you watch Tabatha Ricci fight, you're like, wow, Lupita just fights with this aggression and just this hard-nosed approach. And I wish she would just, like, obviously we love girls, not girls, we love fighters that stand and bang. I mean, we do love girls, but we don't like to see girls really fight. That's why you throw them in Invicta. And oh my god, I heard that they're making a fucking, what's that bitch's name? Oh no, not Pena. Raquel Pennington and, Bueno Silva, whatever it is. Oh my god, Canada, I'm sorry. I heard about that just recently. I know you guys, it's probably going to be old news when this video comes out, but oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Just throw him to Invicta. Why are you main eventing paper? Oh. Okay, whatever. Lupita Godinez is one of the very few female fighters I actually kind of enjoy watching fight because she actually comes to really scrap. So I think Lupita has a lot of potential to go out here and just destroy this girl. I think she's just a more hard-nosed fighter, and yeah, she's had some piss poor performances against Angela Hill. I can't defend that, but besides that, man, she should beat this girl to a bloody pulp. I think she should beat her on the feet, and if she takes it to the ground, I think she can survive. Actually, I don't know if she can survive in the jiu-jitsu, but if she keeps it on the feet, I think she smashes her. So yeah, I think she smashes her in the clinch. So yeah, that's my prediction. So I got Godinez by decision here. Next fight, Nazim Sadykhov versus Vyacheslav Borshchev. I think that's how you said his name. I am a big Borshchev fan. I love Borshchev. Nazim, the Black Wolf. I think I was one of the only guys that really picked him against Terrence McKinney. I think this fight's going to be a hard one because Nazim does train with those clowns at Longo and Weidman MMA, and you know they like to wrestle, and that's been the kryptonite Borshchev. But if this is on the feet, we saw Maeshete. I love Maeshete. You know, destroyed Steve Garcia, made him his son. But man, Maeshete was not ready for Borshchev. I don't think there's very few 145ers that are ready for Borshchev on the feet. If it's just all standing, I do not think. And I think Nazim has some type of kickboxing background, but he is a way better grappler. He's one of those strikers that have really mixed in his grappling, and he probably is going to look to wrestle here. But I do not think Nazim is as good as Mike Davis. And Mark Dukeski's a mid fighter, but he has been somewhat partially decent in the UFC. And I don't know if Nazim's on that level yet. I know Nazim just coming off of one of Terrence McKinney, but still. I think Borshchev has learned from his mistakes, and I am taking Borshchev by second round TKO. I was not impressed with Nazim's fight with Evan Elder. It was not. Nazim better be shooting for takedowns right when the bell starts. But I think Borshchev, two camps where, especially, I know he's training for his takedown defense against Mark Dukeski and Mike Davis. I hope for his training camp it kind of borrows over to this camp, and he has to be well adjusted for the takedown. You know, these guys are going to try to take you down. Mike Davis is a striker, and Davis turned into a wrestler against Borshchev. So I expect Nazim to do the same, but I think Borshchev should have the takedown defense here. It's gonna be one of these tough ones, but I'm gonna eat crow here, and I'm gonna take Borshchev by second round TKO via body shot. I hope he fucking smokes this guy. no disrespect to Sarah Longo, but yeah, I'm a Borshchev fanboy, so yeah, a little bit of bias here. Next fight, Dennis Buzukja versus Jamall Emmers. Ed, your boy is fighting, and he's here to get smoked. Jamall Emmers is going to put on a performance. Pretty Boy is one of the more underrated 145ers on the planet. Has a win over fucking Corey Sandhagen back in the day. I thought he won his last fight against Jack Jenkins, got completely robbed. And he looked amazing against that Ashkabov fucking kid that was hella popular on IG, and I guess just kidnapping people. So Jamall Emmers owns your fraud ass. He's only lost to Pat Sabatini and Giga Chikadze, and the Giga fight was pretty close. And the past Sabatini fight was just mental error. He fucked it up. I mean, he had him hurt, so yeah, but he got caught. Jamall's good. I think he's good, and I just don't. Dennis is a tough kid, bro. Honestly, he really is. I mean, you know, went in there, gave it his all against Sean Woodson. He's a tough-nosed kid. You know, comes in there, strike, wrestles at a decent pace. But besides that, he's not like. I wouldn't say he doesn't really wow me in any particular area. He's just kind of decent everywhere, and he's just a mid-tier level fighter. I think Jamall Emmers has actual talent. He's very fast and he's very long for 145, and he's actually a really good striker. I think he can actually be really good. It's just unlocking that potential. I don't see really any potential in Buzukja. I think he's just a tough, hard-nosed, hard-working kid. But I know he's Albanian. But I'm sorry, Buzukja. This ain't gonna be your night. I could be wrong, and hey, if I'm wrong, I'd probably be happy. Ed can be like, Albanians are so tough. We are back. But Ed, you guys are gonna be sitting down. You guys aren't gonna be standing up. You guys are gonna be sitting down. Stay humble, brother. Jamall Emmers via jab. His face up decision. But yeah, I got Emmers by decision here. Should be a good fight though. Next fight, Jared Gordon versus Mark Madsen. I'm rocking with Jared Gordon here. I think Jared Gordon is a good enough counter wrestler to give Mark Madsen a run for his money. We saw with what Grant Dawson was able to do. I think this will be a lot closer fight than the Grant Dawson fight, but Jared Gordon gave Grant Dawson hell when they fought, and Mark Madsen kind of got dominated besides that one knockdown he got. Should be a really good fight. Mark Madsen is also 39. He's more of a Greco guy, so he's really going to be looking for the clinch. Jared Gordon's actually really small, so it's going to be kind of hard to get under him. And yeah, and his cardio kind of sucks, so I think Jared's just kind of beats him in every area. Mark Madsen might get like a flash finish, but besides that, I think Jared Gordon kind of clears this fight, but should be a good scrap. I think the grappling transition should be good, but yeah, I got Gordon here by probably 29-28 decision. Just yeah, beating Mark Madsen via cardio, anti-wrestling. But yeah, next fight, Joshua Van versus Kevin Borjas. I'm rocking with Joshua Van. Joshua Van, good knockout artist in the flyweight division. I mean, he didn't get a knockout on his last fight, but he does come to scrap. He's knocked out a lot of guys. You know, Angelo Trujillo just goes out there and scraps. Decent boxing. And I think he should clear this fight, actually. I actually really think he should win this fight. So I'm actually rocking with Joshua Van, probably by second round or first round TKO. I'm going to say first round TKO. And I think you should get this kid out of here. But yeah. Next fight, Matt Frevola versus Benoit Saint-Denis. I have a breakdown on this, and I am rocking with Benoit Saint-Denis via third round TKO, via ground and pound. I think Benoit, sorry, I dropped one of my pills. I think Benoit is awesome, and I do think his defensive holds will probably bite him in the ass when he reaches like the top 10 and the top 5. But I think that man, he comes in there to scrap. He goes in the fire every time. Throws his body kick, throws his cross, and throws his lead hook, and then goes for his double leg. And I love it. He just brings it, and he's one of those guys that will test your will, and he will break you. Obviously, Matt Frevola, good wrestler, good knockout power, has shown new defensive skills in his last fight against Judoba. Decent footwork, moving his head more, showing more of an ability to counter and, you know, slip and rip and just make guys pay for when they miss shots. But I just don't think that's going to matter with Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit is not just going to go in there strike with you like Judoba. He's going to wrestle. And I know Matt has a wrestling background, but I just don't. I think this fight is going to come down to grittiness, toughness, and I just do not think Matt Frevola is as tough as Benoit, because I think they match up really well in every facet of the game. I think Matt might have a power advantage, but I think Benoit has a durability advantage by 1,000. So yeah, I'm rocking with Benoit. I think he breaks Matt Frevola. So, but should be a good fight. Next fight, Pat Sabatini versus Diego Lopes. This is going to be a really good test for Diego Lopes to see where he truly is in this division. Pat Sabatini, we kind of saw where he's at. I mean, losing to Damon Jackson kind of showed me his level. I had some high hopes for the kid. I think really good grappler, you know, Philly style, but weak chin, can't take that much damage. It should be a good fight, but here's the problem. for Pat Sabatini in this match. I think Diego Lopes kind of clears him. I think Diego Lopes, if this goes to the ground, I think they're both going to scramble with each other, and I think they might cancel out. Pat Sabatini might rather entertain the grappling battle than the stand-up battle, because I think Diego Lopes has one hell of a 1-2, and he cracks. He cracks really hard. He's a lot taller, and he has the reach advantage going into this matchup. I think if Pat Sabatini gets hit with the power, I think he'll get KO'd. That's just my opinion, and I think that's how this fight's gonna go. I think Pat Sabatini might get scared of the ground and might just try to strike with him a little bit, and I think he might get caught. So if I'm Pat, I'd rather get submitted than get knocked out in this position, because I think there's less of a chance of Pat getting submitted than getting knocked out. So I would try to scramble with Diego Lopes as much as possible and just try to out-grapple him. But I just think even if it does go to that route, like, where Pat Sabatini does try to wrestle, I think Diego Lopes is good, man. I really, really do. And Pat Sabatini is going to be a really good test, because he's actually a tough-nosed kid, good Philly grappling. But I think Diego Lopes, that 1-2 is just going to be too much for him, man. I think that 1-2 is just going to be too much. It's going to hit him right on the chin, and I think he's going to get KO'd. I got Diego Lopes by first round TKO, so yeah. But should be a good fight. Next fight, Jéssica Andrade versus Mackenzie Dern. This is a fight I was kind of thinking about. Jéssica Andrade has pissed me off, but we're Team Andrade one more time. I know I got what I deserved in her last fight. She genuinely, I wanted to slap her. I wanted to find Jéssica Andrade, and she might do this again. She might have a decent round where she's setting the pace, putting pressure, gets taken down, and gets submitted. She might do this. She might do this, but Andrade, just 3 fights ago, was in a #1 contender position, and I just gave fucking Lauren Murphy brain damage for the next 50 years. I need that girl back that fucking brawls and sprawls. I need that girl that fucking dunked on Rose's head, because I do not want to see Mackenzie Dern and any title talks. We have done a good job of making sure that girl does not touch any title talks. All right, the great work of Zhao Yan Yan, teaching her respect. Back up, bitch. Stay back. The great work of Marina Rodriguez. Back up, bitch. Stay back. Jéssica Andrade, I need you to stand up. I need that pile driving dyke bitch to come back. Stand up, girl. Okay? And show her who you are. So I got Jéssica Andrade by 3rd round TKO. I think she's gonna break this bitch once and for all. Enough of this Mackenzie Dern championship level fighter nonsense. But yeah, that's how I feel about that fight. In the co-main event, Sergei Pavlovich versus Tom Aspinall. I'm rocking with Sergei Pavlovich via 2nd round TKO. I got a breakdown coming out on this pretty soon, and I'll go more in depth with why I feel the way I feel. But obviously, I think, I learned my lesson last pay-per-view, going with the short notice guys. Sergei Pavlovich has been in camp, has been training. Tom Aspinall's kind of taking this off the couch. Should be a good fight though, but I think Sergei Pavlovich does win this fight. I think the wrestling has been answered. I think the Curtis Blades fight was a good answer for me to see where his wrestling was at. I ate my humble pie. I don't want to eat my humble pie again. Tom is good. I really do think Tom's actually really good. And I think full camp, I think I would have probably would have picked Tom Aspinall. I think he can go out there and take him down and out wrestle him and submit him. I think that is a possibility, but obviously the Alistair Overeem fight does exist. But yeah, I'm rocking with Sergei Pavlovich. I think I learned a lesson. He taught me respect in the Curtis Blades fight. I like, man, I was just, yeah, the guy's good, bro. The guy's good. He knows how to wrestle. So yeah. Next fight in the main event, baby. You guys know how I feel about this clown as samurai, Jiří Procházka. Long time no see, buddy. It's my Czech Republic fangirls. Long time no see, buddy. The wannabe samurai is done. The left hook is coming. And Alex Pereira is going to put this man 12 feet under. And because of that Glover Teixeira fight, sweet revenge is coming at MSG. There's no way you can convince me that a 2-time Glory boxing champion is going to lose to some Singwoi Choi karate samurai weeaboo clown is gonna beat him, okay? Or is gonna lose to him. There is not a way. Can Jiří Procházka zombie his way to a finish? I had a nightmare about that. That I'd have to live in a reality where I have to see him win again. But no. The clown show is over. Alright? This isn't Singapore. Okay? This isn't the Apex against Dominic Reyes. This is Alex motherfucking Pereira. Okay? Goodbye and good night. You're done. Alright? The fraud is done. And you're gonna be touching the fucking canvas like King Mo did your ass. And you're done. Alex Pereira by third round TKO. And I hope he fucking face plants his ass. And I hope he sleeps like for 5 minutes. KO'd. Cat wash coming soon for that motherfucker. It's 2 years in the motherfucking making. But yeah, fuck Jiří Procházka yesterday, fuck Jiří Procházka today, and fuck Jiří Procházka forever. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love y'all and goodbye. Third round TKO via Alex Pereira is my prediction, and I hope it's a brutal, fucking devastating KO that I can replay for the next 5,000 times. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love y'all. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter and my nothing. I got nothing else to tell you. But yeah, Jiří fans, Jiří fangirls, go fuck yourself. I never forgot the disrespect. I never forgot the disrespect for records. I never forgot. You're going down. Alright, get ready to kiss the ground, baby. eBay is out. Love y'all. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go check that out. And hey, subscribe to eBay's Fight Prediction. Let's keep the eBay Fight Predictions Nation growing.